Hello, everyone. This is Arjun Vijayanarayanan, the co-founder and CEO of Adhyaapan. Adhyaapan has been launched in India with a mission to tackle teachers' pedagogical challenges with inviting industry experts to provide real-life application-based education and combine that with career insights as well. Apart from these career-based and experiential-based educational sessions, we also bring in life skills and other important sessions in the name of either it's financial literacy or introduction to entrepreneurship, sex education, constitutional literacy, etc., where Adhyapan is trying to provide this well-rounded education to the children of India. So today, our topic is going to be focused on the 10th and 12th standard students who are about to face their board examinations. Why this? Team Adhyapan feels that the challenges faced by the students who are about to appear for the board examinations, especially this year in 2021, have been insurmountable and unthinkable and unique because of the coronavirus pandemic that all of us are still going through but went through in full guns blazing last year. Be it a change, a sudden change between face-to-face education, being with their peers, being with their teachers in the classroom, to suddenly studying from home, being in a confined location, be it the infrastructure challenges provided by internet, not having facilities at home, not having laptops at home and things like that, be it challenges faced by reduced curriculums or changes in curriculums, be it challenges faced by um, livelihoods situations that their parents may have gone through. um, all of this would have posed unique challenges on the mental health of these students uh, in 2020 and 2021 before appearing for their board examinations. Because of this, Team Adhyapan feels that we need to have special attention for students appearing for their board examinations this year, give them some tips and tricks to still stay focused and excel in their board examinations, give them some guidance to cope with anxiety and stress and take care of their health, including mental health. Uh, we are having this session today exclusively for these students with respect to uh, tips and tricks for cracking board examination, tips and tricks for coping with mental health and anxiety, and making sure that they stay calm and focused. So with respect to this, we have with us Miss Shubhra Shrivastava with us. Thank you, ma'am, for coming today. Shubhra ma'am is a passionate and a voracious math learner who has had over 20 years of experience in the educational sector, whether it is the teaching part of it or the leadership part of it. She has been a teacher, she has been a head of the department, she has been the academic coordinator, and she has also been the vice principal. What stands out with Shubhra ma'am is that she teaches math in a way that math can be for anyone. She teaches math with alternate ways, with either anecdotal teaching, teaching through stories, teaching through like fun ways of teaching mathematics, where she has come up with two kinds of programs. One, it's the performance improvement plan, and it's also a ABCD math program, where she calls it the Anybody Can Do Math Project. So with this alternate way of teaching, she has always seen herself through the shoes of the children and making sure the children are always encouraged and making sure the children always feel comfortable in facing examinations and facing life in general. So with that being said, um, Shubhra ma'am, welcome to the session today, and thank you so much for allocating your time today with us.
Yeah, thank you, Arjun. Thank you so much for speaking so generously about me. And I thank Team Adhyaapan also for having me here because I'm really delighted to be interacting with the students. And it's always a joy to be a part of interaction wherever the students are involved and if we can help them out in any way. So thank you once again. And to all the people who are watching this, I say I convey my regards to all of you. So it's really good.
Thank you, ma'am. So, to kickstart this session, what is different about board examination 2021? And what are the challenges and uncertainties that you feel that the students face, especially this board examination 2021?
Yeah, it's really had been a very extra, like it's extremely difficult for the kids this year. From if you talk about the teaching and the learning part, from having online classes to in some areas, some remote areas having no classes at all, very less or almost no interaction with the teachers, not knowing them, not having that whole hand holding process properly, to the frequent changes in the syllabus. Then paper pattern has been changed for some boards. Then because of the reduction of the syllabus, the weightage of the question paper has changed. Then there was uncertainty about the dates of the examination. Then they got postponed after declaration again. So of course, everybody who's involved in this process, they have their own reason for doing this, and they are trying their level best. On the other hand, it's really difficult for the students not knowing how many days they are having in their hands in order to for preparation and for practicing what they need to do. Apart from this, there is like a practical examination. If we see this year, the practical examinations, practicals were not done as an extension of the theory how it should be, and rather they towards the end of the session, they did all the practicals one after another in a very short span of time, and then they had their physical examinations of for the practicals, which had almost 30% of weightage, usually minimum 30% of weightage. So that was also another challenge, because you need time to hone that those skills and get the
Yes, ma'am.
correct and all that. Apart from that, what I see the most disturbing thing is the information bombardment from social media. Like if
Yes.
you go and see the examination related videos are just flooding all the platforms. Every single one is an expert, and they might be. But the thing is that there are millions of views on each of the videos, and somehow the teacher in me, the educator in me, feels that if they are there, who is doing the preparation? Like it's okay to take the guidance, but if you're taking the guidance from everyone, then how you are going to get time to implement what you are learning? And it's very difficult. They are being pulled in different directions, so that is another challenge, which I think that these kids are facing this year.
That's, that is absolutely valid, with whether it's the constant shift of the curriculum or the infrastructure with respect to internet. And because of the internet, the social media, like this is something to be truly noted and completely worked on. So, provided all of these challenges that the students have been facing, the numerous distractions from working from home, whether it's through social media or just being distracted studying from home, can you provide the students the some tips to excel in this upcoming board examinations, or some tips to prepare for the board examinations this year?
Yeah, in a nutshell, if we see, there are really actually the five things they should be doing. The first one is knowing themselves very, very thoroughly. What I mean by this is what is their syllabus after reduction, what is the thing, what are the chapters, units which are going to be asked, what is what they need to remove from there, then how many chapters are there. And after that, once they know that the weightage, everything, if it is clear to them, I have come to know from in some states they don't even have the weightage. The best strategy in that case is to rely on the previous year's pattern. That's
Hmm.
what we can see. Then the next thing comes is like if you are done with this thing, like if you have seen how many chapters you are having in each subject, the next thing comes is what, where are you there, like what are your strengths and where you are struggling in the matter of in the like case of subjects and in case of the chapters inside the subjects also. Like if I have 5 or 6 subjects, which are my strengths and which are the subjects where I need to pay extra attention, and I always have say maybe some fear or some struggles. Similarly, the chapters, I might be very good in say physics, but there might be a few units where I really need not put much effort, but I score well. But there are some areas where I need to practice more. So my advice is to divide everything into 3 categories. One is done, that okay, I'm master here, I feel really confident. The second is I have done, but I need a little more practice. And the third one is the shaky area where I might not have done anything at all. So
Mm.
once you know what is the position, you will be able to plan it better. So the second part of the strategy is to plan. By planning, I mean that you need to chart out a proper calendar for yourself, starting from the first day of your preparation, whenever you are starting it today, tomorrow, till the last day of your last board exam paper.
Yes.
So, whichever is the day, so you will know clearly how many days you are having in your hands. Once you have written down all the dates, just block the examination days, because of course that cannot be counted upon. If you are a JEE aspirant and you are having your mains paper during those times, in that case you need to block that day as well, that date as well. Apart from this, just the 3 days before your first examination, first board examination, again you cannot do any other subject. So that way you will know how many days of actual revision, or the first time if you need to do something for the first time, or if you need to redo it as if it is new for you, then you will know exactly how many days you are having in your hands. So that way, the second thing is that you plan it really, really well. The third thing is to strategize how you are going to answer, to know it really well what is important.
Mm.
Because see, in board examination, it really pays to know how you should structure your answer sheet. So if it is a theoretical subject, one very common but important advice is that do not write in paragraphs, always write your answers in points, and
Yes.
support your answers always with the graph. You must be knowing already which subjects require that, like physics and economics, and you know where you have to work hard. Keep those, practice those things and keep them aside, so that a quick revision before the actual examination will fetch you very good results for that thing. Formats in the language papers, then giving importance to the other details which are very, very important. For example, I might have practiced diagrams very thoroughly in biology, but if I forget to label them in the examination, I won't be getting any benefit out of it.
Yes.
If I am doing the question very properly, thoroughly, correctly till the last decimal place in mathematics or physics, but I forget to write the unit which is required there, then again it's the same problem. So
Mm.
knowing it is very much important. That is the third thing, how to structure your answer sheet. The fourth thing is related to this only. Listen to your teachers. Not only because they are your teachers and they are having experience in the subject. The school teachers are the ones who are going to correct your papers. Remember that. Not I don't want to take any names, but yes, though if you are not employed in a board school, like a school affiliated to some board, be it CBSE or state board, then only you get the privilege to correct the board answer sheets. So your school teachers know the best thing related to the third point, that yes, where you should be concentrating in order to score marks, and which mistakes you should be avoiding. So just listen to them. And the fifth and the most important thing is practice, practice, practice. Practice in exam like environment. What I mean by this is sit on a chair and table, use a proper timer, because you have to know whether you have that desired level of speed and accuracy or not. If you are having any doubts, you cannot wait to consult it with some book or something. Remove all the books and every help from your table when you are writing a practice test. and try to have a hard copy of the question paper so you get that examination feel. And goes without saying, you have to write the paper. Reading the question paper and thinking that okay, I know this, it won't help you, because one thing which where the pandemic has taken its toll is the habit of writing.
Very.
So yeah, so that is, you might not have written as much as you were supposed to write in a board class throughout the year. So now is the time you need to make yourself sit down on a chair, on a wooden chair preferably, because most probably you are going to get that kind of a chair in the examination. You need to train your body and your mind and your hand to sit at one place and write for 3.5 hours. So that is very much important. So these are the five things. If they do it well, definitely they will uh, ace the exams.
Those are so well thought of. What struck me was the handwriting part, because you don't even think about these things when you come to, even me, when I don't write for 6 months, then like when you start writing at the end of like 6 months and you're like, oh, I forget writing for the first few seconds. So those are all really well thought out points, and I liked it that it was presented in a calming demeanor. There was no urgency to it or something. So thank you so much for that, man. And with respect to one of the points you made before these five was social media. There are so many of these edutech or edtech organizations out there now. Um, any, like, probably one line or two line advice for students who are distracted by so many of these social media or edtech organizations out there?
Yeah, I would actually suggest two things. One is that take one more day, like research as many strategies or the plannings, because they will give you quick solutions. In 3 days you can get 95% or something like that. I have nothing to say if you trust that. If you feel that you can do, definitely you can do. It's up to you. But the thing is, take one more day, and after that you have to stop before you actually start preparing. You have to stop just scrolling these things. The second is that resources, they might tell you this book is best, that book is best, and they might be right also, but now is not the time. You have to stick to your textbooks, and you will have to just worship them. And board examinations are going to be more towards that, because theoretical subjects are 100% asked from there, apart from some case studies in a few subjects. And concept based subjects, the concepts are 100% from the book, and the questions, even numericals and the maths questions, are also up to 80% they are from your textbook. So there's no need for that kind of distraction as well.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. And then your first point was to plan, right? So given that these students are looking at a possible 20 to 25 days from now before their board examination start, and hopefully it doesn't get postponed again, uh, is that, like, if the question comes, like when you said planning, my first thought process was, is it okay or is it too late now for me to start planning? What is your view on this? Is it too late now, given only 25 days and month before the
Uh,
board
the
exams now?
short answer is no, it isn't.
Okay, ma'am.
And there are reasons for that. The first reason is, no matter at which level or where you are in your preparation, this is the time where which is going to be, I mean, the time before the examination, the 10-15 days before the board actual examinations, are always the game changer. It's not only for this year. Every year we see it, that those who are able to put themselves, apply themselves 100% in this time, they definitely make a lot of difference in their previous performances, and it's up almost at least 20%. Of course, if you had not been able to pass, it will be more for you, because if you will study for these days, and even if you were struggling to pass, nobody can stop you from getting at least 60% marks, from what we have discussed till now. And if you are, say, already in 80s or 90s, then of course you cannot improve yourself by 20%, but definitely it is going to make a significant difference. The second and the more, say, joyous part is that board examinations are really student friendly. No matter what everybody is telling you and how stressed you are about it, they are designed in a way, just simply like any other examination, to check what you have been doing the whole year. And don't panic at this if you haven't been doing much. But the thing is that it's very predictable. It's usually based on the previous year question papers. So if you will sit calmly and see what has been asked in the previous 6 to 7 years, you will be easy to easily you can make out up to 75% of the question paper what it is going to be like about. So it's if you study smartly and provided of course you apply your heart and mind now, and just really work hard. In these days there is no one stopping you from excelling.
Perfect, ma'am. So as always, the time is ripe now. So we can get that relayed on. And with respect to advice for students while board examinations and post board examinations, that'll be great if you can touch upon that, because while I was writing my boards, like right after you come out, we have a group of these 10 or 15, my 15 of my friends, they confuse you with, oh, that is the right answer, or this is the right answer. And if you are not in that category, you feel so bad that, oh my God, I would have missed a few marks because of that. So what do you suggest for during the board examination and post board examination stress or anxiety from your experience, ma'am?
Okay, so see, before the board examination, if you are going to have a different center which is different from your own school, then you need to check it out once at least. How will you go? How much time it is going to require to reach at the center? What are the conditions? Everything you need to know. Then prepare your usual stuff, the stationery material, everything. You are a student of these subjects. You know whether you'll be needing a compass or a protector, or just don't waste your time inside the examination hall in procuring those things. No invigilator lights it if you are not having your regular stuff. And read the instruction given on the hall ticket properly. It
Hmm.
usually says that you have to carry everything transparent, your pouch and everything. Don't carry anything as unnecessary, wallet and all. If it is not required, just don't carry anything there. So avoid unnecessary stress before the examination. During the examination, it is a mandate to have 15 minutes reading time. Use it for reading only, and you can plan the way you are going to answer. All the answers from one particular section should be given together. Like there is no restriction on order of the question. If I have section A questions from 1 to 10 in section A, I can do them in any order I wish, but prefer to have them together, like one from section A and one from section B and then one from section C. See, you should avoid doing that. Similarly, suppose if question number 17 is having 5 parts, then try to do all 5 parts of question number 17 together. Keep it neat and tidy, your answer sheet. These things are very, very important, and have some time for revision at the end.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you should be careful with the tying up of the answer sheets also. Just number them when you are taking the supplementary. You can take as many as you want. There is no limit to that. But once you are taking them, just keep numbering so that at the end your time is not wasted in finding out which one will come after which. So these are simple things. As you already mentioned, the after exam tip I have simply one, that never ever discuss the paper once you come out, because it might affect your preparation for the next examination if you have made any mistake or something. Because as a intelligent human being, you can understand that it's not going to help you at that moment of time. You are already done with your examination, you can do nothing to change it. And it just increases the anxiety. So yeah.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you. Because we always felt, oh, that guy studies well and he's saying this. Oh my God, and I don't do that, and it increases the stress and anxiety. Going rewinding the years back. Now, ma'am, so with the students' performance, the family and the parents play a huge role as well. And now with this study from home, the role has also been increased or complicated, if you will. So
Definitely.
what advice do you give for the parents and the family in general in support of the kids who are appearing for this challenging board examinations already this year in 2021?
Yeah, the first and the most difficult one is the difficult responsibility, because the millennials and most of us these days are, say, all the say we work throughout the night. Kids also study till the morning hours, and there is no. I am not giving any judgment about that, and I am not asking you to get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Though it is better, always it is said, but right now that's not the point. You might feel that you are more alert at say 11 o'clock in the night than 11 o'clock in the morning. Might happen, and it's with most of the youngsters these days. But the thing is that examination time is usually the morning hours. So usually we have our board examinations from 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Yes.
So if you are every single day, if you are getting up late at 11 o'clock or something, so or your for the parents, I would say, if your child is getting up late in the morning, this it is not going to turn out well for the board examinations, because he or she is not in the habit of being feeling fresh at that time or feeling alert for the studies, which is very much required for the examination. So yes, whatever now they have their schedule with them, you know what is at what time they are supposed to write the paper. So before, at least before 2 hours of that, if it is not very far from your home, the exam center is not very far from your home, then in that case they should change this cycle, their body clock, adjust it.
Mm,
Right now they should start with this practice right now, so that during those hours, suppose my examination is from 10 to 1, then 10 to 1 I should be training my body to be alert. So
alert.
I cannot study overnight and then tomorrow I can go and write the examination with a fresh mind. It won't work like that. You will have to make sure that your child is trained that way. The
Mm,
second is again another important point, the sleep and the diet. Sleep, because sleep, like when we are learning, the retention will not happen if the child is not sleeping for like 7 to 8 hours minimum. So they always in panic or in stress, they sacrifice on this sleep, which is quite natural for them, because they are of course stressed out, and they feel that okay, I will make a sacrifice over here. But the problem is that it's not only going to take toll on their health, it's also going to take a toll on their performance. So
mm,
because the brain will not function as it should be functioning. So that is one thing, that they are having enough sleep, and then a very very healthy and light diet. They should have, yes, a high carbohydrate and a protein diet. Carbs is very very necessary for an alert mind, but it should be a little complex kind of carbohydrate, because otherwise they will feel lethargic. So no junk food, you will have to avoid that, and caffeine also, because caffeine will again disturb the sleep. So
yes.
that is the problem. Support them. And then comes the most important part, that you have to give unconditional support to your children as
Absolutely.
in those days. Starting from right now, just tell them that you are on their side no matter what is the performance. You can, of course, as parent, you will tell them to apply themselves to the best of their abilities. But whatever is the outcome, of course, you are always there with them. Try to acknowledge the efforts and appreciate the efforts they are making towards their studies. Say something good and something encouraging to them every single day. So that's really very very important for each child, and it will give them tremendous kind of confidence and morale boosting. Whenever they will feel a little low, they will remember that okay, there are people in my life who truly care about me. So it's a very beautiful feeling, and it gives you say tremendous strength. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely, ma'am. There is nothing like a child feeling that he or she always has the approval from their parents no matter what. So those were really wonderful points, ma'am. So to conclude now, are there a few lines that you can talk about? Any motivational lines or motivational words for the children?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, everything you are going to do, everything you are doing right now, you might be feeling that you are making mistakes also, but whatever you are doing right now will make a difference. So keep going. Don't stop that I am trying but nothing is happening. Just keep going. Every step you will take right now will take you in the right direction eventually. And all of us know that it's extremely difficult time for you all, and but remember that it is going to make you even stronger. So just go through it, put your efforts in your studies definitely, but it's also that your parents, be it the teacher, the board authorities, government, all all of us are trying our level best to help you out. So there are provisions to support you in case some child is affected by COVID or something like that happens. So you will be told by your school and your teachers also that every government, be it a state board school or a CBSE school or ICSE school, everybody has made provision for such cases also, such problems also. Even those students who are stuck at one place, say their hometowns or their villages, and they are unable to come and join their school if they are in a residential school. For everything, there are provisions. So you can actually study and relax. You don't have to take any stress or anxiety for that. So just give it your best shot, apply your heart, apply your mind, give your 100%, and don't fret about the results right now. Remember, you can do it and just do it. All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for those wonderful words of wisdom in a calming demeanor that I really and Team Adhyaapan really loves that every time we have spoken with you. Thank you so much for your time again today, ma'am. Team Adhyaapan wishes you all the best of luck. Please make sure that you stay focused, you stay calm. Like Shubhra ma'am has mentioned, everyone is working with you, including your parents, the schools, the government is working for you to make sure that you give your best. So please stay calm and please stay focused, and from the bottom of our hearts we understand your challenges this year, and make sure that you understand that we are all with you, and give it your best shot. Best of luck. Thank you.